Most website traffic is anonymous. You see page views, you see sessions, and you might even see conversions, but you don't know which companies are visiting, you don't know who is visiting, or whether it's a B2B and all that. So if you're a B2B company, that is a serious blind spot. And because of some best leads might already be on your site, you might not even know that. Hi, my name is Justin from LemReveal. So today we will be looking at Sneaker and how that can help you view website visitor traffic and see who visits your sites and so on. So it will sort of a tool that helps you get you those metrics that you need. And if it's and obviously this is for B2B teams, agencies and so on, that were to identify which companies are visiting their sites, track engagement without relying on form submissions and other tools as well. So that's one of the metrics that we this tool provides. So Sneaker is a B2B visitor identification tool. It works by matching website IP addresses and company databases. So when someone from a company visits your site, Sneaker will often tell you the company name, industry, location, and so on, and probably give you their contact details. So that's how it works, but it doesn't really identify individuals. So we'll quickly go into Sneaker and I'll show you how it works. So this is how it is. And if you don't have an account to this, you create an account. It's quite easy and straightforward. So we'll create an account, which I've already done here. And with this is how the dashboard looks like. So with this tool, you install everything that you need to install on your site. Like as you can see here, installation instructions, you follow the instructions, enter the code that you need so that it can track movement and everything else. So the results that you get, it will place them here, whatever company, the employee, it will place all that information here, and that's where you can see it. So with this one, we haven't entered the code yet into the site, so we didn't really do that, but the steps are quite clear and straightforward. So you either put the code into your website header or you use Google Tag Manager to enter the code or to set up the tracking process. So inside the signature dashboard, you'll see a list like I've mentioned before, and each entry typically shows the company name, number of visits, etc. And this is where you move from your anonymous traffic, like the people who come into your site and you won't even know who they are and so on. So you'll move from anonymous to actually seeing those people, to actually see the companies that they come from. So you might see agencies, you might see enterprises, and this is actually a way to interpret traffic quality. So you can track engagement. The real value isn't just identification, it's engagement tracking. You can see which pages companies visit, how often they return, how deep they browse, and whether they check the pricing or case studies. So that's where the main focus is on. So there is a pattern here, and the pattern actually is important. A company that visits your homepage isn't really meaningful, but a company that visits your services page, your pricing page, your case studies, and your blogs multiple times or over time, it shows intent. People you can always go back to and communicate with them regarding the services that you provide. So that's how you can always structure it. And in terms of practicality, the practical workflow is that this tool works operationally. Marketing runs traffic, Snitcher identifies companies visiting key pages, sales review high engagement companies weekly, and then outreach becomes contextual. You reach people with a purpose, knowing very well that they have visited your site before, which can increase obviously the conversion or the conversion value, in terms of getting those people to actually buy your services, getting those people to actually buy your products, which is the product page, getting those people and actually building the proper and positive relationship with them. So the strengths and limitation to this is that Snitcher works best for B2B, but it's not really useful for B2C. So it identifies companies, like I've said, but not really individuals. And accuracy depends on IP meshing, which isn't perfect, especially with remote teams or VPNs. So with this one, I would say it's mostly useful for in-office teams since everyone is in one environment and you use one IP address location. So tracking your customers, your clients becomes easier. But when you use this tool correctly, it turns an anonymous traffic into qualified opportunities. And a very similar tool that we use ourselves is LemReveal. As you can see, LemReveal, then I'll just simply add .com there. Then we go into the page. There you go. B2B visitor identification and sales intelligence. So it's also a B2B tool, and you will quickly sign up and I'll show you how it works. So we have went ahead and created an account, and as you can see, this is what the dashboard look like. And as you can see here, there are steps. You add your website, install the tracking pixel, and get your first visitor, or companies will appear here automatically. So it's the same process. And here you can get companies, the companies that have visited your site. So you can check your pixel setup to make sure that it's correct. And that's is the most important sections. Your sites, you add as many sites as you want. As you can see here, I've added an example site, and then you can add another site and more. And then as long as you have the background access to the site to install the pixel, that the tracking pixel, then you are good to go. So this is how it is. Uh, this is how it mainly is actually. And then you go to your pixel setup. This is a pixel for each site. As you can see here, this is the only site you edit. You generate the pixel, and there we go. Tracking pixel code. You copy this and then paste it on your site's yes, the head of your site. And that's it. You check if your pixel is working, and if it responds with the green and everything is perfect, that means you're good to go. So with that being said, you can track the companies, you can track the people that visited your site, you can get an analytics overview of everything, and you can also get a report of, let's say, the number of visitors you got that month or the number of visitors you got that week. So you can filter out that information accordingly. And if you want to view these tools in extension, and if you want to see other features and explore other options, so more information towards it. And if you find other exciting features, you can always leave a comment with the feature and where you found it, and we'll have a look at that as well. So if you need access to these tools, you can catch the links in the description below. And that's it from me. I'll catch you on the next video.